not really an arch. Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. Chris and I decided to go on a little drive today because I think it's going to get kind of busy for us coming up. So we decided we're going to take a trip up to the top of the Steens and maybe get out of the smoke for a minute. We're right here outside of French Glen, just starting up the loop road, and according to the pickup, it's 82 degrees, so kind of smoky. But it's not as bad as it was at home. There's some clouds up above us. You can tell that there's been some rain in some places. Anyway, we're gonna try and do the whole loop and give you a little bit of a tour, little snippets along the way. Chris has got her USA shirt on. She's still patriotic, even though it's a couple of weeks past the 4th. Obviously, we got the brakes fixed on Bullet, so we're going to make the trip that we were going to make a couple weeks ago. And give you a little, see what these signs say. That one doesn't say much. Some people don't really give a shit how fast they drive on these dirt roads. But why should I be surprised? Anyway. Nothing on that one. All right. On up the road. The juniper thinning project on the way up the road. And as we speak, we're getting a few raindrops on the windshield. Everybody needs a little shade now and again. We're slowing down. Not everybody does, but we're slowing down to smell the roses, even though there's not roses here. There's all sorts of little flowers. Chris tells me there's Indian paintbrush here somewhere, but I'm colorblind and I have a hard time seeing it until I get right up on it. Oh, look, there's some right there. Posted speed is just a suggestion to some people on this road. You find some flowers, Chris? I found some Indian paintbrush all by myself. Seems like there's a couple of different colors of it here.
That's what I thought. But I don't know if it's just starting to bloom.
Just different phases of it, or anyway.
Kind of pretty though.
Kind of pretty. This is Lily Lake, and apparently the sign fell down or something. I'm not sure why there's not a sign there anymore. And it doesn't look like there's much of a lake this year. I remember coming up here as a kid in the 70s and 80s. This had lots of water in it. Anyway, that sign's supposed to say Lily Lake. I'm going to show you that there is a little bit of water in it, at least the lilies, but maybe something else cool. Hello, lady.
Got spooked. The Xmas wanted to go out there with one of those.
Yep. Fish Lake. There's somebody out there wading fishing.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
It looks like they put a newer. Is that a newer dock down there?
It's set up different. We stopped here to refill some water bottles and get the dog a drink. And I was looking around and I saw something up there. I thought that looks like an old fender off an old car. And that's exactly what it was. Fenders and a frame. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's been there a while. I'm surprised I've never seen it before. Here we are at the southwest end of Fish Lake, and they've put a new dock in since I was here last.
I'm just traveling through and decided to stop here for the night.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Where are you traveling from and to?
From the valley in Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
But just been up in the Steens for the last few days.
Well, it's a lot nicer up here than it is down in the valley with all the smoke we have.
Yeah.
This is Whorehouse Meadows, for any of you who don't know. Legend, to me that is, probably fact. Back in the early days of the sheep herders on the mountain, there were hundreds of sheep herders, thousands upon thousands of head of sheep up here. And so they would bring wagons loads of girls of the night up here, and they would set up during the summer. Makes sense to me. And there's some modern day sheep. Not something you see every day, is a big band of sheep like that. But there it is. This is where they start the Steens Mountain rim run. That'll be coming up. I think it's the first weekend in August. And they run right up this road. I have screenshotted a picture with the elevation on it that I will add here. And then I will do the same at the top where they finish. Geiger Gorge is no secret. That's the famous gun sight notch that you can see for, I don't know, 100 miles either direction. And now we're coming up to the edge of Geiger Gorge. Still a little snow up here. And if you listen real close, you can hear the water running down there. And see the tourists over there on the skyline.
Look at that squirrel right there, Jared.
I don't see it.
He's right here. On these rocks. See him?
Oh, down below us.
Right here.
I don't see that one. The one that just jumped down there? Oh, I see him right over there. Okay.
Looks like he's eating some mash. Let's hope not.
Geiger Gorge. As we're getting higher up the mountain, we're getting into more and more rain showers. Wind's blowing a little bit harder up here. I didn't notice the temperature when we got out of the pickup just now, but the last time I looked it was in the 60s. Something I didn't mention before. All the smoke down there in the valley. Of the picture that I will post at the beginning of this video, so if you're this far you've already seen it, right after we left home this morning just outside of Crane. So it's nice to be up here and have a breath of fresh air, even if it is a little bit chilly. Now we're going to walk across the road. Mickey Hot Springs is out, I don't know, around that point there where the alkali lake beds are. Out there, I'm not sure exactly how far it is. Looking off towards Idaho. Hopefully you can hear my narration. That far lake bed out there is called Coyote Lake. I'll get more video from the East Rim overlook in a little bit. Alright, I just videoed for about 3 minutes and wasn't videoing. I just did a live video up here, and I don't know how much of it people had seen it or what, but anyway, we're up on the East Rim overlook, looking off towards Man Lake and Juniper, and it looks like they both have water in them, which is a good thing. Got a little storm action going out there in the sheepheads. Sun shining on the Alvor Desert for part of it. Ranch right there. We look off. We'll go down there in a little bit. But you got Beatty's Butte in the distance. Hart Mountain off that way with Catlow Valley in between us. And it's smoky, smoky, smoky everywhere in the lower elevations. I never get tired of coming up here and looking over this east rim. Big Indian Canyon. My entire life, I've heard it referred to as Big Indian Gorge. Guess it's the same thing. Our weather has changed. The clouds went away for the most part. The rain went away. And it's not that much time has passed since I was filming last. But we did have a weird encounter. Those two vehicles in the last place we stopped took off individually. The little white pickup took off first, then the Subaru after that, 10 minutes later probably. And he was smoking the tires and sliding sideways around the turns and took off to go down that way. You can see it dust off in the distance. That's them. Anyway, yeah, the second guy broad sliding around the turns, went down to where the three forks are, where you can come out here where we are now, or go up to the top where we were, or go down that road that they're on now. And he went completely sideways around that, took off down the mountain. I bet he was going 70, 80 miles an hour down that road. And then we didn't see his dust anymore, and pretty quick he came back right at us. So I was preparing for whatever may come up, but he got up to the, I think they call it the, I don't know, turkey track or something anyway, where all the roads come together. And he stopped there, turned around, and went right back where he just came from. I say good riddance, but anyway, very unique situation. So now we're going to go on up the hill. Well, the wind is blowing. Actually, it's not as bad as it sounds, but anyway, we're not going to walk down to Wild Horse Lake, but that's where the trailhead is if you would like to do that. We're going to walk up to the towers. Turn it that way so there's more light on it.
Got it?
On around further.
Oh.
Chris found a smiley face walking up the hill. And we haven't gone too far. I'm just out of breath already. Bendy's pretty intent. Where are we at? And that's what she's intent on.
What is it, Benny? Your squirrel? Where is he?
I don't know if she can even see him. Oh, he's gone now, Bendy. He's gone.
Other one. Oh, there's 3 of them.
A bunch of them.
There's a whole family of them.
See him down here below or up on that big rock?
That big square rock right there.
Oh, the one I see is right there. I can still see him.
Yeah. Oh, Bendy knows something there.
Squirrel, yeah. That's gonna drive her nuts.
She knows something's there. Oh, she can't see him because it's...
Oh, Bendy, you're pretty wise, but maybe you don't pay that much attention. Shit.
Oh, there she is. That's a big squirrel.
Just looking off the east side again. That's the towers we're going to. Well, we made it up the steepest part. Now, we get to see the birdies. Wild Horse Lake, Wild Horse Canyon. Looking off to the Pueblos. Fields is right down there, kind of about the center screen. The Nile is down past the Pueblo Mountains. It's getting more clear as the day goes on, but you can tell the wind's blowing that smoke out. And here's the trail. Get back, Benny. Down to the lake. See all the zigzags there. Getting tired just thinking about hiking that trail back out. We're getting closer to the top. We made it. Lots of buildings and towers and stuff up here. Pretty cool stuff up in these alpine. Oh, that, whatever that was that we saw last time we were here is still there. I don't know if it's a tent. It's something that don't belong there. But it's going to be there because I don't think anybody's going to take it. Pretty rugged country. Pretty rugged country. Well, we've reached the top of the mountain. I'm gonna give you a little guided tour here now for anybody who's interested. And if you aren't interested, well, okay. Okay. I guess if you followed along this far, you know that is Pueblo Mountain right there. The tall mountains behind it, I know you can't see very well because I'm zoomed in quite a bit, but that's the Pine Forest Mountains in Denial, or the other side of Denial. And off to the left, way off in the distance, the Jackson Mountains. You can see a lot from up here, hazy as it is. Anyway, come a little bit more to your left there. Where am I at? Yeah, okay, that round mountain right in the middle of the screen is Holloway Mountain. And I've probably said that a dozen times on videos that I take from the top of this mountain, and I'm going to keep saying it because I'm kind of proud that there's a mountain named after my great-grandfather. Anyway, just to the left there is Trout Creek Mountain. Kind of a mountain range there. And just to the right of it, where are we at? Let me find myself again. There you go. Those are the, I'm blanking anyway. Wilders, just out of Denial. I'm getting old. Can't remember what they're called. The granites, I guess, what we always call them. Anyway, back out a little bit. That's what it's like. I can't see for sure, as hazy as it is. White Horse Ranch is over there somewhere. And then Burns Junction is off this way. Jordan Valley is off this way. Mickey Hot Springs is right over in there. Those are the Sheephead Mountains. Looks like they still might be getting a little bit of moisture, but the smoke is laying in thick everywhere. But it's a beautiful day up here where we are. I'm going to post a screenshot in it, but we're just under 10,000 feet here. And we've been traveling on the tallest road in Oregon. Anyway, more later. Thanks for watching if you're still with us this far. That's the road we came in on. If we went down that way, we'd end up back at Fish Lake and French Glen. This is the road that goes up to the East Rim Overlook. This one goes out to the Wild Horse Lake viewpoint and the radio towers that we were just at. And this one's going to go down and come out. It's the South Loop Road. What I wanted to show you is how much it's cleared off. The air has cleared. You're looking, that's Beatty's Butte. And then that's Hart Mountain there. And just on the left end of Hart Mountain, I don't know if I can zoom it in enough to even be able to see it on here, but there's a little peak sticking over. That's Drake Peak over by Lakeview, between Lakeview and Plush. Come back around. That is Juniper Mountain, which is near Alkali Lake. I'm not sure what that might be Green Mountain north of Christmas Valley. I'm not positive on that and those other hills there. And then you come over here and you got Wagon Tire Mountain. And then you got Iron Mountain, the big triangle pyramid looking thing that sticks out kind of south of Riley. But what's most impressive to me is how the smoke seems to have cleared out of the valley. I hope it stays that way until we get home and even after that. That body of water that you can see glistening there is Rock Creek Reservoir. Okay, we're on down the mountain. Bendy's thinking she needs a drink. I don't know what this is. If I was somewhere where I thought there was a pipeline or something, I'd say, well, maybe it's been blasted, and I don't know. To me, that's what it looks like. Somebody blasted the rocks out and made that channel up through there. But I don't think so. I think it's natural, which is weird to me. But anyway, still pretty.
Sounds pretty cool, that water in it.
Yeah. Hopefully you can hear it here. Water running down the brook. I'm nerding out on these. I guess I've watched too many documentaries on Discovery Channel and stuff. I'm looking at these rocks and how smooth they are on one side, and how they've got, looks like the grain going, they're from, obviously from glaciers. And we know this all these canyons on this side of the mountain were formed by glaciers, so it's not a surprise, but these are up on a ridge. I've driven by them for 50 years and never noticed it. But now I do, and it's pretty cool. I hope you people are enjoying this video and think it's as cool as I do. But it's giving you a look at the Steens Loop Road that most time you don't ever get to see. Pretty cool stuff. I love these. It looks like little bird tracks in there too. Okay. And now we're heading off the Rooster Comb. People that are wondering, it looks like that area right there is where the, what do they call it, the hoop fire, I think. Anyway, just near the South Steens campground. I'm guessing that that's it. It's all black, but it looks like it's completely out. Anyway, pretty country. Even coming off this side, I'm amazed at how clear the air got compared to what it was earlier today. There's the lower end of the Big Indian Gorge. We saw the upper end a little bit ago. We're a few miles into this grade now. And to think, this is where we were planning on coming on the 4th when the brakes went out in this pickup. We just left the South Steens campground about a minute ago, coming to the top of the hill. And this is where the fire was. It was close, but they did a good job. Got it stopped before it really damaged anything too serious. It doesn't look like it got hot enough to do too much damage to the trees, for the most part anyway. Well, we decided to end the day with a little fishing. And this is what I caught. All right, well, hopefully you enjoyed your tour of the Steens Mountain Loop Road. We're gonna call it an end to the video right here. It's almost dark. So we did a little bit of fishing right here below the South Steens campground at the crossing, and I caught that rockfish, and that's the only thing. So from Bendy the Scrap Dog.
You want to show him the
I already did. I videoed it and I showed it. Chris didn't believe I caught a rockfish. Okay, from the three of us, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the tour. I'll post this when I get home.